Do you know, 64% of businesses cannot deliver projects within budget? A successful project means that it has been delivered under budget and scheduled time along with the complete scope requirements of the project. But, in reality, very few projects are able to actually meet all these goals. It is most common that projects run late, over budget, and do not meet the beneficiary's needs. Identifying and understanding the constraints is a key part of the project planning process. You as a project manager are required to understand these constraints and to develop a project plan that fits within those constraints. So, do you know, what are these constraints? Which are the most frequent constraints? Hi. My name is Vijay, and I am the founder of ProjectsMind.com, and today we would learn about 6 project constraints. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, then don't forget to hit subscribe button below to see our latest videos when they come out. Projects by their definition are bounded by constraints. A project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product or service. The very first characteristic of a project is that it is temporary, that it has a schedule to meet, and is time-bounded. The duration of a project may last from a couple of months to a couple of years, but all projects have an end. The second characteristic is that a project uses its budget to acquire the necessary resources to conduct project work, including people, equipment, materials, and any other tools utilized to complete an activity, produce an output, and achieve an objective. However, there's always a limited budget assigned to a project. You cannot get unlimited budget approval for the project. The third characteristic is a unique product. This unique product will need to do a specific set of activities that encompass the complete scope of work. You cannot do everything, or anything that you can. Your scope of work is limited. And that brings the third constraint into the picture. The fourth one is quality. The quality constraint focuses on the characteristics of the deliverable, or product. In general, the quality of the project will be evaluated by how closely the outcome matches the expectations set in the planning stages. Defining quality requirements helps to further identify previously defined scope items, avoiding potential rework, sunk costs, and wasted productivity. The fifth one is customer satisfaction. When thinking about customer satisfaction as a constraint, project managers need to keep in mind that simply delivering a project on time, within budget, does not mean the customer will be satisfied. You should be asking yourself whether the project achieves the overarching business or customer goal. The sixth one is resources. Finally, project managers should take stock of resources available, both material and manpower, into consideration. This constraint is typically associated with cost, as the amount of funding for a project usually determines the experience level and the number of resources available. Additional resource constraints also deal with availability and accessibility. These 6 constraints identified here are not the only constraints which may surface during a project. However, they are the most important and frequently occur of any project. Virtually, for all projects, the cost, time and scope are 3 ultimate limiting constraints, which is always present there. When it comes to executing any project, you will have a specific budget, you will need to have it completed by a certain date, and you will need to know exactly what unique product you need to deliver. These 3 constraints altogether are called the triple constraints. While the triple constraint is the most common set of boundaries you will encounter when overseeing a project, having a limited set of constraints may not be sufficient every time, especially considering the complexities of projects. Instead of focusing only on the 3, it is best to focus on multiple constraints in project management. Use these variables to integrate with the project in different ways throughout the project lifecycle. A few additional constraints are often associated with quality, customer satisfaction, and resources, which can represent a complete set of constraints. This helps the team to emphasize more focus on the specific type of constraints. However, these additional constraints may have just a similar impact on a project as the traditional triple constraints. Ultimately, in project management, all the impacts would boil down to cost, time, and scope. And, if you would like to know more about project management, visit us at ProjectsMind.com. At ProjectsMind.com, we support project people in all the amazing work they do every day. Our objective is to provide access to world-class project management education for anyone, anywhere in the world for free. The concepts you will learn are applicable to all projects, from Fortune 500 firms to all the way to your own home. And, don't forget to hit subscribe button below to see our latest videos when they come out. See you later, and bye for now.